Yeah, so I want to explain this living retaining wall system that I think would work in these poor nations that have these steep slopes. Yeah, somebody who has a very similar piece of land like this asked me what I would do in terms of retaining this soil. And the idea would be to create a living retaining wall. And I'm going to do a drawing what I would attempt to grow lots of vegetables and food on a slope like this. So this concept of a living retaining wall is an interesting one because it has to be very cheap and very effective in a place where there's very little resources and money. So this is a cross section. You would basically start installing these half circles. They're doing this in Africa already to slow down the water. And what happens is you dig a hole in this space, you cut here, and you fill on this side. You cut here, and you fill on this side. You cut here, and fill on this side. The moment you have this soil in this location, you need to plant it right away because you want to retain the soil from washing away. You want these roots to get it into the ground as quick as you can. You could theoretically hammer some items into the ground in these locations to make it even more stable. So anyways, that would be the cross section, and I want to explain now how these circles work. So when you have a circle, you need to remember that the water will travel over top if this soil wasn't cut. So in this case here, you're basically, the water's coming down the mountain or the hill, and it gets trapped by this half circle. And when it gets trapped, the water, it'll bring lots of sediment with it. When our river is overflowing, it is chocolate brown. It is at least a coffee color. That's how much dirt is leaving the ground. That's how bad it is. That's how much runoff these farms are losing all the time when it rains heavy. So these semicircles, these half circles have a little bit of a trick to them. When you have a torrential rain and it's coming down the hill, this area will fill up, but I've left 1.5 meters or 1 meter for the water to fill up the half circle and then run off down into the next half circle and then run down to the next half circle and so on. So these areas here would be fantastic for growing vegetables and smaller crops. You would have your fruit trees on these cusps, on these higher spots. And this would be very organic, very alive. And basically the biodiversity almost by itself would take over because you're getting seeds captured, you're attracting birds, everything is going to enjoy these boggy areas. It's going to be very full of life, and the soil would improve, again, because of that sediment getting trapped. Not only are you trapping water, you're trapping sediment in these areas. So by having that extra sediment there, you're going to attract a lot of vegetation, and it will flourish in here because it has the moisture and it has the nutrients to do extremely well. So this living retaining wall idea is very simple, very effective, and it can be done with a pick and shovel. And you can start by basically creating these berms in a circular fashion, but these berms are the starting point of everything collecting in this zone here. This is the most important zone that could be farmed extensively because it has all this nutrient-rich soil and moisture in it. So this is my idea of how I would tackle these hills in Ecuador and many other places that have a slope to them, and allowing farmers to take advantage of these areas in their terrain.